The virus typically, maximally, has a 21-day incubation period. That is, from the time of presumed exposure. The longest period of time anyone's been recorded as manifesting symptoms of Ebola after that exposure is 21 days. So people say that if you are isolated for 21 days and you have no symptoms, it is presumed that you don't have Ebola.
That's correct.
Do you believe that?
I do for now.
For now. I like the way
But
you
it's an
think about
evolving database. As our experience changes and we learn more, I have to believe that the experts do know quite a great deal more than we do, frankly, and that
I hope
most.
they do.
Well, of course, and why wouldn't you believe that they know quite a bit? And we sometimes have to rely on those sorts of authorities.
Yeah, the other part of this that I touched upon is during that 21-day period, if you are harboring Ebola and it is multiplying, but you are not yet symptomatic, the party line is you can't spread the disease.
That's correct. The viremic phase is with the onset of fever. The virus is present in tiny numbers, but you're not infectious until you are ill. And that's when the viral load is so enormous that it's present in all those bodily secretions.
You probably can't answer this, but the question then would be, where's the virus before? It gets in, it's got to be transmitted and circulated somewhere. But it's not bloodborne at that point, or is the viral load so low that it can't be transmitted?
It takes a while for it to replicate, and that's our understanding of it now. But getting back to the nurses, what we don't know about them right now, they tested positive, but I haven't heard a word about their health status. Are they ill?
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, I hope they're not. Perhaps there is natural immunity among some people. Perhaps it's not 100% mortality.
Well, we know it's not 100% lethal, and we know that some of the survivors manifest earlier and more robust antibody formation than some people who don't survive. At least one of the nurses, we're told, got serum from one of the survivors, the doctor, Kent Brantley. And that was the Vietnamese nurse, the first nurse who was reported to have contracted Ebola. It's going to be interesting to see how they do, and I don't mean interesting in terms of academic interest. I mean, I wish them well.
That physician received the experimental drug.
He got 2 doses of ZMapp, yeah.
ZMapp. Well, we already have a name for it, but it doesn't exist except 1 or 2 doses sealed up somewhere, and it's monoclonal antibody, as I understand it. It has
antibody, yeah.
3 different antibodies attached to a molecule that seemed to have helped him.
It's a brilliant drug if it works. He and a co-worker in West Africa got the last and only 3 doses in Africa before they were airlifted here. And both of them survived. The drug is made in tobacco leaves.
That's an odd.
Well, they inject a genome into the tobacco and make it.
Right, it's not naturally produced by the tobacco plant.
But that's a painstaking process,
It is, but we're getting better at it. I mean, as soon as a candidate vaccine or a candidate treatment is available, it won't take that much time to start mass producing it. The problem is phase 1 trials are only just starting. Right. This is time and labor intensive. And I would imagine if cases start popping up all over the United States, that the FDA would fast track some of these things. And I've been on the front lines of HIV treatment. The fast track has really enabled enormous numbers of lives saved, without doubt.
I remember the early days of the AIDS epidemic, where they insisted on the by-the-book, lockstep drug approval, and the people who had HIV said, we don't have time for that.
There's no time for this. And they were right.
They were right.